Hi. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, let me remember who I am. Oh, that's part of the topic as well. Great. I'm starting out just fabulously. Here we go. All right. I'm Bev Adamo, Wild and Wise Women, Wild and Wise Sisterhood. And I was inspired by one of my best friends and esteemed colleagues, Jean Catherine Carlson. Thank you, Jean Catherine. I was inspired to ask this question today. What is in your wallet? What's in your wallet? What's in your life wallet? What's in your purse? We walk around and carrying wallets, purses, clutches, satchels, bags, whatever we want to call them. And it's amazing what's in them. It really is. And usually with our physical purses or our physical bags, we're able to easily tell what's in them. And if you're like me, you go through them every once in a while and kind of, clean them out. So this is an invitation for you to ask some questions and to look at what's really in your wallet. And I'm going to do that right here in live and in person. We're going to just take a look. So I have no idea what's going to come up. I'm sure they're going to be interesting. My friend Jean Catherine, and hopefully I have this right, she works with dreams, sleeping dreams. And from what I remember is that one of the things about in a sleeping dream, if we lose our wallet, it's or purse or something like that, it can be that we're in search of our identity. Who am I? Or feeling like there's a part of us that needs to go away, or a part of us that we don't know, or things like that. And it can be very anxious not to have like who we are with us in our life wallet. So if I look at my real life wallet and then also what's in my life in terms of things, one of the first things that I find in here is my ID card. So most of us have some kind of card or passport or some kind of source of identification. It's who are we? And it's our more of our physical identity. It would have things like our date of birth, how old are we? It would have how tall are we? How much do we weigh? Mostly accurate on my driver's license, not entirely during some of my years, but it's accurate now. I will say that. I have integrity with my driver's license now. In any case, it's about, what color are my eyes? What color is my hair? How do I look? If people saw this picture of me on my license, would they recognize me in real life? And when I think about that, what my question to you then is, who are you physically? Are you really the person that's portrayed on your identification card? If you have a smile on your face, do you usually walk around with a smile on your face, or was that something that you did for the camera? Who are you? I've talked before about the importance of asking ourselves, who am I? And I really believe that it's a great thing to do on a daily basis, because things happen in our life in order for us to evolve and grow. So on a daily basis, we can change quite a bit. We really can. And I love that about myself. It's like, who am I today? How did I grow? How did I evolve? So when you're looking at your identification, ask yourself that. Who am I? Am I this person? I mean, some people, I have friends who have pictures from like 20, 30 years ago. And is that really who you are? So when you look at yourself in your life, is who you are now really who you are? Or are you still being who you were 20, 30 years ago, even 10 years ago, even 5 years ago? Things change so rapidly now that even in the course of a small amount of time, you can really grow and evolve. So ask yourself that question in your wallet of life. Who am I? Am I this person or not? For me, my driver's license had pictures of me where I was healthy and fit and all of that until about 10 years of my life. And I really, once I got to the point where I looked at my picture and I looked at who I am inside, I said, oh, physically, this does not match. So is that the case with you? I mean, do you match physically what you have in mind for yourself? And if not, what can you do to change that? Who can you be, and how can you take inspired action to be the person that you want to see when you look at this identification of yourself? Who are you? So what else is in my wallet? Oh, money. As a matter of fact, I have a, uh, regular money, and then I also have $1 million bill. I'm so excited. I got that yesterday. I was like, yay. And so what's in your wallet, not just this wallet, but your life wallet as far as finances and money? Where are you with that? Are you where you want to be or not? Are you afraid of having money? Are you, what are your questions around money? Because it's really important. And the reason why it's interesting that I pulled money out right after, who am I? Because a lot of people are afraid to define themselves by money or to have money and physical possessions and material things as part of who they are. And yet that can be some of the most important aspect to invite in. What do we want to be surrounded by? Do we have a wealth consciousness, or are we walking around with a poverty consciousness? Now, what I mean by that is that whether I have $1 or $1,000,000 really in my wallet, the question is, how do I perceive that money that's in there? Is it enough? If I have the $1, is it enough? Well, yes, it is, because I'm not going anywhere today, and I have money in the bank, and I can get that money if I need to, and it is enough. Whereas some days, and there have been days like this where I had $1 in my wallet and nothing in the bank. And I was very conscious of that. And it stressed me out. There was a lot of pain and anguish involved with that. So I've become, and I invite you to become, in relationship with money, because money is really magic in physical form. So when I'm asking you what's in your wallet, whether it's your carrying around wallet or your life wallet, do you have that magic that money truly is? Do you have that in your wallet? Do you have that in your resources? Do you know how magical money is? It is not a bad thing whatsoever. It is a really good thing. So I would invite you to take a look at your state of consciousness when it comes to finance and money. Where are you with that? And how can we help? Where do you need assistance with that? Because that's the other thing about these topics, is I'm really looking for people to speak up and say, I liked what you said here. What about this? Or what do you have to say about that? So please, that's another reason for me doing these Facebook Lives, is to invite you to ask questions, not just me telling you things about that. So really look at your wealth consciousness and that state of mind, how you feel about your money, because there are different things that you can do, to different practices you can have, different rituals, different energy management tools that you can use to up level your consciousness around your money. Because one of my mentors always tells me, if money can solve a problem, it's not a problem. And what I usually hear after that is, well, what about getting the money? Well, that's not a problem either. All of this is wealth consciousness. It's a whole, I could actually talk about that forever. Well, not forever, but a long time. So wealth consciousness, though, is something that is really key in terms of what's in your life wallet. Okay, so let's look what else we have. Okay, so I have a picture. Actually, I have a couple of pictures. I have a hard copy picture of my daughter, so she's not just on my phone. I actually have pictures that are in my wallet, and they're in my heart. That would be the other thing that I would invite you to know as well. When you talk about your life wallet, when you close your eyes and things pop up in your mind, what kind of pictures are there that you see? Do you see goodness and light and life, or do you see the darkness and the troubles and the anxiety and the fear and the all of those things that just really roil up the anxiety in you? What do you see when you close your eyes? What do you see that's in your wallet? What do you see in your life? What are the pictures that you're seeing? And it's not just the pictures that we capture with our camera. When you take a picture with your eyes, or with your hands, or with your ears, when you're hearing, or when you smell something, when you engage your senses, what are the pictures that come to your mind? I know that it's possible to influence that, so that every time I have a thought, you know, my thoughts are about the light. They're about the what's on this side. Now, do I travel through a lot of shadows and darkness? Yes, absolutely. That's the nature of my work, and it's been the nature of my life to help with that and the transmuting of that. So how do you walk through that darkness and still be able to see the magic and the light? Well, it all has to do with that, you know, that lens that excuse me, that lens that you have in your mind's eye, you know, in your spirit's eye from source. It has everything to do with that. So take a look at your consciousness in terms of how do you see things. You know, what kind of pictures are in your wallet, your life wallet? Are they amazing and everything else, or not? And here's something else that I want to bring out, is that we can have memories of things that have happened. For example, I've talked a lot about my first sexual experience being a very brutal rape and almost being murdered. I have memories of that. I mean, every single moment, really, I can remember and be there. And yet at the same time, there's no energy attached to that, because I have forgiven. I have done the work that I needed to do to transcend that. And instead of a memory that keeps me down, it lifts me up. So the memories that you have in your life wallet, in your consciousness, look at those as well. What are they? And are they ones that you can look at no matter how dark they might have been? And again, resources. There are a lot of resources to get assistance in making these kinds of changes and looking at these kinds of things. What else do I have in my my wallet? Aha. Oh, one of the pictures that I have is one of the Dalai Lama. I just think he's amazing, so I carry him around with me everywhere. Also have a credit card. And back to the wealth consciousness, we had a workshop in Wild and Wise Sisterhood, Wild and Wise Women community about finances. And one of our experts talked about how it's good to use other people's money, that there's a place for it that you can feel good about and a place not. So if you haven't seen that, I would invite you to, you know, check in with us, check in with staff, and find the archives of, you know, what was that about, because a credit card can actually be a really good thing. How do you think about it and what's in your wallet? So what else is in there? Oh my gosh. So I have my my key for my car and key to my house. So what kind of keys are you carrying around in your life wallet? Are there keys that are going to get you places, like your car will get you places, or a key to lock on your bicycle, or any of that? Are they keys that are going to take you where you want to go? Is that what's in your life wallet? Or do you have keys that take you down paths, again, that do not serve you for whatever reason? What kind of keys do you have in your life wallet? And what kind of keys could you use? You know, a key to a new house? What's your surroundings like? Where do your keys help you to enter? Look at the keys that are in your wallet and in your life wallet. And do you really need them? Are they keys that take you places that you still want to go, or they were just in the past and they no longer serve you? So take a look, because the more you have your wallet, I'm not going to say organized, I'm going to say the more you're aware of what's in your wallet. It doesn't have to be totally organized. I am not totally organized. I have a little bit of structure that supports a lot of freedom, and it works great. So when you're looking at organization, look at it from a perspective of how much structure do you need in your life. So when you're looking at your wallet, life wallet or otherwise, how much structure do you need in that? How much organization do you need in that? What do you need to support you to be who you are? So the bottom line, as I wind this down, talking about what's in your wallet, both your literal wallet and your life wallet. Be curious. Be curious. Take a minute right now and open up your bag, open up your wallet, open your purse, and go through it and start looking at the things. Do you have reminder cards from your dentist from a year ago and you still haven't made the appointment? You know, what do you have in there that needs to be done, that needs to be completed, that you are done with? You know, maybe this a business card from somebody, I'm definitely not doing business with them, so I need to decide what to do with it instead of carrying it around with me. Because here's the thing about a regular purse or wallet that we're carrying around, or our life wallet. We can either fill it with things that deplete us, things that put us in a consciousness or a space, or provide us keys to places that we don't need to go anymore. Or we can take the time to see what's in there, and then we can make clear and defined choices, guided by our spirit, guided by our highest good, to what really do I want in my life wallet? Who do I want in my life wallet? Who am I? Am I as I am now? Or am I still hanging on to so much as I was 20 years ago? Or thinking about who I'll be 20 years from now? Am I really in my life wallet who I am right now? And if I'm thinking there could be some changes to that, what do I want to change? Because now is the time. I can't say this enough. You are here on this planet at this moment, listening to me by divine appointment, because you have a reason for being here. It's an important and critical reason. Nobody else can do what you're here to do. So take a minute, do some radical self-care, go through your wallet and purse, clean it out, and then at the same time be thinking about what these different things in your life, in your regular wallet, represent in your life. And where do you need to clean out the things that aren't working for you? And what do you need to add to that you don't have right now? I welcome you and invite you to join us in Wild and Wise community, Wild and Wise Women's community, and the Wild and Wise Sisterhood, because that's also then about the women who know how easy it is to give to themselves and at the same time give to others. Join us in community, because that's one of the places I know that we are supporting you in making sure that your life wallet is full, that your consciousness is aware and clear and so extraordinarily happy no matter what's going on in your life. Please be wild, be wise, and I look forward to seeing you again. Love to you all.